Hello and welcome to another video. Today I am showing you some more of my roses. Just want to show you what the roses look like now before the rain probably spoils some of the blooms. This is Chinatown, very beautiful. Another one there. This one is also very fragrant. And these are ones that I've shown you before. This is Autumn Fire. And we have James Galway. Prospero, still going. And here we have Pause. A much better bloom this time round to show you, because in the last video it had opened too much, but it's still going, that other bloom. Very strong fragrance. The only downside to this rose is the thorns, as you can see, but very nice. This is Gabriel Oak that I've shown you in previous videos. It's looking at its best at the moment. And this next rose here is called Othello. It's an older David Austin rose. Let's just sniff it. Oh, very powerful fragrance. A little on the thorny side. I've grown this in a pot ever since I've had it, and it's always done really well for me. I've read that in some parts of the world it towers well up to 10 feet, but here it just stays as a normal size shrub. This rose is Rhapsody in Blue. Very beautiful rose. One that I've had for a few years now. Here is Jane Austen again. A new rose for me this year. Very beautiful and healthy, very large leaves. Lots of fresh new growth coming as well. This is Night Owl. Very beautiful shrub rose. Let's see if there's a fragrance. A light fragrance. Very nice. This next rose is the Countryman. The David Austin rose. Similar breeding to Gertrude, and is a Portland hybrid. I believe one of the parents is an old variety called Lillian Austin. And this one's very fragrant as well, and I have lots more buds to come yet, so look forward to that. English Miss still going for it. And here we have Macmillan Nurse. The blooms seem to vary on this one. Sometimes they're quite large, and other times they're these small pom-like ones. And next to it we have Ivor's Rose. Very, very beautiful variety. And here we have Emperor Charles. I'd actually say this is my favourite, and the reason why is because I like the colour. It has that old English style, it's fragrant, and it's healthy. So yeah, definitely look out for this one. This is Perfume Passion. It really, really is a lovely rose. Can't recommend this one enough. This next rose is Sweet Honey, and is a new rose for me this year. Very beautiful and healthy. It's sold as a Floribunda, but I honestly do not believe this is a Floribunda. It's definitely been bred with some sort of species rose, and I will show you why. Because if you look at these thorns on the back side, even the leaves, say that it's there 2, 4, 6, 7 When you have 7 leaflets, that's definitely a shrub rose of some sort. That is definitely not a floribunda, but it still is a lovely rose. Such a lovely colour. See if I can try and point it to the sun. And I thank JJ for this one because I saw this in his garden and I had to have it, and due to the fact that it's a really lovely rose, I want to use it within my breeding as well. So this is Sweet Honey. This next rose is Munstead Wood. I've had this rose for quite a few years now. Has the most beautiful fragrance. Can be quite thorny. Unfortunately, when I had this in the ground years ago, it actually was a very healthy and very upright growing rose, but for the last few years I've had to have it in a pot, so it's slightly floppy. But I still love having this one around. This next rose is called Starry Eyes. It's a really lovely little, I would say a patio rose, but it is sold as a shrub. Has a light fragrance, but very beautiful. This next rose is Bonica, looking really lovely. And next to it we have Sharitha Asthma, which is an old David Austin rose. Oh yes, very powerful fragrance. I managed to get hold of this. There was a lady online about 2-3 years ago called Tanya, and she sold old David Austin roses, and I managed to pick this one up along with some others, but a couple of them sadly didn't make it. I had the Anik rose and I also had Tredescant, which is in a previous video, but sadly just didn't make it. But I'm thankful that this one has. This cute little rose is called Little White Pet. I have loads and loads of buds coming. It's really cute. You see. I don't think there's a fragrance. Oh, actually there is. There is a fragrance. It's actually really lovely. It's in full sun here, so I suppose it brings the fragrance out more. And as you can see, these pollen beetles which get everywhere this time of year. This next rose is called Special Anniversary. It is a small hybrid tea, very powerful fragrance. Has a beautiful old-fashioned cup shape. And this next rose is Intrigue, a really beautiful deep burgundy. I believe it's an old Corder's rose. I did order this online a few years back, and it's supposed to be another rose that's purple called Intrigue, but they sent me this one, and actually I prefer this one. So. And here is the boy's rose. Very, very beautiful clusters. There's a fragrance. A very light fragrance. It's very beautiful. And that's what it looks like when they go over a little bit. This next rose here is Grandma's rose. Very pretty. Flowers last ages without fading. And it has a sort of sweet honey fragrance to it. This next rose is called Duchess di Montebello. It is an old rose. Perhaps you'd like this one, Rose Garden Gems. I got this from David Austin, and this one has also been used in the breeding of David Austin. It only blooms once, unfortunately, but it has a very, very beautiful, powerful scent. And this next rose is a Shropshire Lad. It's a David Austin rose, which has now been discontinued. I've had this one for a few years. it was given to me by a friend of mine, but sadly it only ever gives me 1 or 2 flowers. It actually did better for me last year, but this year the bloom is bigger. And that's a Shropshire Lad. This next rose is called Eyes Feel. It's a new rose for me this year. It's part of the Holthemia family, where they have that blotch in the middle. Very antique look, I would say. Lovely. This rose, I believe, is Noble Anthony. It's an older David Austin rose. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to identify it fully for many years, but I believe it's Noble Anthony. Has a lovely fragrance. And this is known as Little Sunset. This is a little rose. I suppose a landscape style rose. And I'll leave you on this one for now, and hope you join me in part 2, where I'll show you more roses in the garden. Bye for now.